Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's past the marker. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Right side, it's Lawson. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Williams looking for a man. Keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to run it. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Moving out to the right. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Got some green grass. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Changing the routes with his receivers. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Lets it fly. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. They found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has been affecting the quarterback and making him feel so uncomfortable.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And I love the play call. Get it to the running back, chew up some yards so you make third down more manageable. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, Jesse. Now as a quarterback, I can be successful.
Yeah, and I think the play worked in part because the defense was expecting pass and that down and distance. So it begs the question now on 3rd.
They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Breaks the tackle. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted a 4th down to keep the drive going. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Fighting off the defender. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They give it to him again. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. The Huskies want to crank the tempo. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Ship. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback changing the play. Williams. Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Richard. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack.
Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A run for the quarterback. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Didn't find much running room on 1st down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Dave got him at the 27.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
To the air, it's Knight. Going over the top. Makes the catch down the right side. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls it. Leaves it with, and now in the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense has it, they're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Those pitches, those laterals, whatever you want to call them, the more times you do those in a game, the more likelihood you have of putting that pigskin on the ground. They put it on the ground there. The ball gets out. It happens. It's going to be a part of the game, but it's also the part of the game that the coaches, when they get you to the sidelines, they're going to tell you about it. They're not going to tell you about it in good language.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll ride him again. He breaks a tackle, and he's brought down after a short gain.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Left side is Hunter. Running through contact. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Runs through a tackle. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
He'll try to do it himself.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
The Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, TCU. Once he got some room, it was over. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Washington. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Plows through the defense. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Huskies are rolling down the field. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Here's Williams to throw. Out wide left, it's Richard. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling us,
intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. He's not going to get there. The defense with sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Finds his man. Smashes through the tackle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. On the move. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
TCU calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal.
Check.
Throwing, Williams. Flush to the left. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Hits inside, it's Payne. Fights off a defender. A disastrous play stopped well behind the line. He'll lose 9.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Timeout call by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They want to run this quarterback. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Got to make the play on fourth. Here comes the heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 4 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
And it's LSU who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Like, can you help us out and put some points on the board?
They'll need a bunch on second down. Williams. They're all over it. And they got it.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
Lets it fly. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Williams. Look out. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. That fourth down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. Williams. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Williams will pass. Stepping to the right. That's caught by Williams. Jumped on top of the pile.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Here's Williams to throw. Rush right in his face. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. And it's a sack.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that 1st half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the 2nd half, get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll say go 1st and
10. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The run inside. It's Richard. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Washington right back to the line. Going to take a shot. Wide open. He makes the catch. Inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Husky. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on D.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback will keep it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, It just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. On the move. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Gain of 8 yards on the play is too short of the first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Hard running there. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Husky. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he added the extra point. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together. Be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Sets his feet. It's Knight. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catch inside the 30 and still running.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Gets the back moving. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Williams. Open space at the 25. Makes a grab and room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Huskies. And the route is on.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They top things off by getting out of bad field position in a hurry. A 90-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. Just going to keep it after the snap. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The play fake. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Needs it here on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll run it. It's Payne. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Oh, pressure's coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Knight. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Just gets rid of that one.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Throws it back. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
They'll start on the ground with Washington.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Give to Washington again. Makes the tackle. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.